He
European.
had less than 1% South American, and that was the only.
He had less than 1% Mexican indigenous and 1% Northern indigenous. So he had like 1.5% indigenous.
Now, if you pay attention, once she went through the percentages and she got to the point where she was explaining the Mexican part, it triggered something in her own memory bank. And she caught on to who the hell she was. And she said, you know what?
Wait. No, it didn't trigger anything because, again, I say the same thing to everybody. So this is what I say, but he's trying to make it seem like, oh, I got triggered because I heard Mexican. Watch this.
Oh, you know what? Honestly, it would have been fucking fine if he actually did his, he would have to go back about 15 generations to.
So it kind of was cut off there, but it says, I said it would have been fine if he actually did his genealogy. He would have had to go back really far, about probably 15 generations. Who knows? It's less than 1%. It's pretty far back. It would have been fine. So do you see, I'm not saying he has to pick his highest percentage. I'm saying what his percentages were. Plus, on top of that, naturalism of Yahweh always, I don't know what he claims now, but at the time, he was claiming to be Choctaw. How are you claiming to be Choctaw, but also have Mexican indigenous ancestry?
Find it, but he would have found it. But he want to push all this other shit.
Quick up.
So again, if he would have found it and reconnected back, it would have been cool. But he pushes erasure. He doesn't claim with that 91% African percentage that he doesn't have any African ancestors. Now he does, because everybody's been calling out his DNA for so long. Now he says he's just mixed. But before, naturalism of Yahweh would say he didn't have any African ancestors. There was no African ancestors in his genealogy, in his family tree. But his DNA shows otherwise. His DNA shows that he has African ancestors who are very in close relation to him, based on his higher percentages, that they're in closer relationship to him. His lower percentages of native DNA means that they're further back in his family tree line. So he would have to do his genealogy and go back all those generations and all those hundreds of great grandparents to find out where he connects to with either of his 1% Northern indigenous or his 0.5% Mexican indigenous. But do you see how they want to try to twist up what I say or assume what I mean and put that little tidbit in there for their audience?
Dave, y'all, I think I may have found what she was talking about when she said she doesn't refer to certain things a certain way and she carries it differently than how we carry it, you know, and I have no problem being corrected. I think this might be what she's talking about. Check this.
He's a liar. He does have a problem being corrected. I got that video too, which I'll be posting on YouTube, where he literally says he set me up, and he wasn't actually apologizing to nobody, because in his previous videos, he's like, I'm trying to, squash the beef and fix all of this. And he was very sarcastic in the way he was saying it. And then in a live, we catch him saying, I wasn't trying to do all that. I was just trying to set her up and she fell into my trap, which I did it because in my video reply to him, I literally tell him, you think I can't tell what sarcasm is? And I know you're not apologizing. But again, this is the tactics that they use.
Next clip.
People can self-identify however they want to. That is their human right. And you should also be fighting for everybody else who chose to identify the same way you did. Those are your people.
All right, so he takes a clip of this video that I made without any context, cuts out the middle part, and then does this.
You don't have to steal identities. Just pick an identity and be whatever the hell you want to be.
Which would be considered stealing an identity.
All right. Now, let's go back to my actual video from that, because then it's just him playing the same shit he's played over on repeat again. So let's go back to my actual video that he cherry picked what he wanted. By the way, you could tell that they were like straight up going through all of my videos to cherry pick shit to fit whatever narrative they did, because this video I made, hold on, let's go back all the way back. I gotta go all the way back. Hold on.
Let's talk about this Jen.
Okay. This video was done November of 2023, almost a year ago. All right? Okay. Let's go.
Let's talk about this GEDmatch shit, because some of y'all have lost your damn minds. First of all, why are y'all giving random strangers on the internet your DNA? Sharing GEDmatch kits so they have access to your DNA? Also, you can find out who's related, and none of y'all know what the hell you're talking about. So, let's make this real clear. The higher the centimorgans, the CMs, puts you a closer relation to that person.
Mind you, November of last year, a year ago, I'm saying the same thing I'm saying today. The higher the centimorgans, the closer in relation. I've not changed up what I've said.
The lower the number, puts you at a much further relation. For example, me and my mother have 3,500 CMs. Me and my brother have roughly 2,800 CMs. Me and my first cousin have roughly over 700 CMs. So if you sit here and you match with me, you got 43 CMs, you're like a 15th cousin 10 times removed. Yes,
now it's not really a 15th cousin. I was over exaggerating right there, but I was trying to make a point.
Genetically, we are related. All of humanity is related. We're the same species. But that doesn't mean you're family. And this may be a hard pill to swallow, but just because you're my 15th cousin does not make you my family. It just makes you genetically related to me.
Mind you, I was having people who GEDmatched with me saying I was their cousin and going around telling everybody on TikTok that I was their cousin. I'm not their cousin. I don't fucking know them. I've never met them. They're not my family. They're not my cousin. They're genetically my cousins, but they're not my fucking family. Period. They're not my family.
Some of y'all are so quick to seek validation and think by GEDmatching with somebody it's going to validate your indigeneity, forgetting that you have other admixtures, as in European and African as well.
All right. So you see that because of the audience I was talking to and who I was addressing, we have those three admixtures. All right. Remember that when it goes to what he was showing.
And those GEDmatches don't tell you how you're related. They don't tell you if it's through your indigenous bloodline or your African bloodline or your European bloodline. They just tell you how far in relation you are. Y'all over here sharing your DNA with random strangers you've only known for a few weeks. Some of y'all sharing your DNA with people who have literally been committing indigenous erasure for months.
Okay, so this is when we're talking about Josh, Kentucky, things like that, where Native people are GEDmatching with people who have been committing erasure and being anti-Native, and then saying, oh, look, we're cousins, so that makes you Native because I'm Native. That's not how this works.
We got people trying to steal other people's DNA. We've had people steal other people's DNA already. Y'all are being reckless because everybody on this fucking app is fighting over identity. It has caused so much damn division. Whether we like it or not, people can self-identify however they want to.
You see how he cherry picked what I said out of this video? Let's keep going.
Is their human right. However, understand that your chosen identity will always come with burden. So be prepared to take on that burden of said chosen identity. And you should also be fighting for everybody else who chose to identify the same way you did. Those are your people. You don't have to steal identities. Just pick an identity and be whatever the hell you want to be.
So in context, remember, I was talking about these 3 different lines: African, European, and Native. Pick one of them and be one of them. I don't care which one you want to be. But don't go stealing the identities and tokenizing it and doing that. But you see what they do? They literally fucking misconstrued what I said, gave no context to the fucking video that they took the clips from. Manipulative fucking tactics. Lying on me, misconstruing what I'm saying, misrepresenting what I'm saying to push their narrative and their pseudo shit.
We between aliens and the black community like idiots for months. All of us are responsible, including myself, but we need to start holding ourselves accountable. I stopped debunking back in April. There's nothing left to debunk. Nobody needs to revise history to claim an identity. Now, whether or not that people that you claims you in return, that's between you and them. But everybody else needs to mind their own business. Maybe y'all will be more secure about your identities and more honest about them. And that goes for both communities. And once you become confident and comfortable in your identity and who you are, nobody can tell you otherwise. So there's no need to fight with people over it. As much as people love to invalidate me, I still know who the fuck I am. That ain't changed, and it's not gonna change. When you're feeling insecure about yourself, that's when you get scammed and manipulated. Oh, and by the way, by the looks of some of y'all's genealogy that I've seen, y'all need to go hire professionals, because no. And professionals from those regions at that. Anyway, I hope some of y'all have learned something from this, and be careful who you let into your circles off of a jet match.
So again, you see what they do and how they manipulate and take my entire video out of context and pull whatever they want to pull to create a story and misconstrue and make sure that their little cult following, because they like to say I have a cult, but they actually have a cult. Their little cult following sees their lies, and then of course their people don't come to my page and look at my shit. They just look at what they post. I've got so much more shit. Like, these are just the videos on TikTok that they're making. When y'all see the fucking lives that I have recorded and the bullshit that they say, because I'm gonna, tomorrow I'll post another video. I have to run some errands, but then I'm off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So I'll be posting videos on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday onto YouTube. And then I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then I'm off again Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'll keep on posting until all of them are posted. So every day you might get 1 or 2 videos on YouTube. So pay attention to my YouTube channel if you want to see all their fucking bullshit and their hypocrisies and their manipulative tactics and their contradictions and their anti-native fucking rhetoric. All their bullshit. I've been on live, 2 hours just debunking the basic shit. Or no, wait. I got on at 7, 8, 9, 3 hours. This is the only live I've dedicated to them specifically. They've had several lives that they've dedicated to me. Again, the first live was on YouTube was 5 hours long. 2 days later, Mo did a 7-hour fucking live on me, repeating himself over and over and over and over again. I debated them in Mo's live against all of them, me against all of them. I debated them on Sutan's live, me against all of them, where they were pushing racial pseudoscience on there with their so-called geneticist. Debated them on OHF's live, which I wasn't talking about them. Sutek was running his mouth in his comments. And so then he came up and debated me over his pseudo shit. Saying that you can tell somebody's phenotype off of these. This was his argument. You can tell what the phenotypes are off of these reconstructions that they do of these paleo human beings. And I said, no, that's inferred. We cannot off of DNA see what people's exact phenotypes are. You can't see if they have a wide nose or a narrow nose. You can't see what exact color their skin tone was. You can't see what their shapes of their eyes were. All you're doing is you're inferring based off of historical context and biases of scientists and anthropologists and archaeologists. That's all you're doing. He wanted to argue with me on that on OHF's live, but that live was going in and out, so nobody in the comments could really hear us. We could hear each other on the panel, but they couldn't hear us in the comments. Then I debated them in Dean's live. And in Dean's live, they kept gaslighting and going back and forth with us, where Mofactz claims that craniology is not completely pseudo, and they still use pseudo. They still use it to this day. Mind you, Toxic TikTok Trends made a video making the same fucking claim. The same fucking claim. They sound like fucking verbatim what they're saying. But the rest of the syndicate says that it's pseudo. And then Toxic TikTok Trend says, I never said that the rest of the syndicate said it was pseudo. Yes, they did. They said in one of their videos to me that, and I'll post that shit up too, that me and the syndicate don't agree on this or some shit like that. They're trying to deflect away. Then they post a video showing an article, but only show part of the article. I found the article, and in that article, it says how it's race science, and then they try to misconstrue what they were reading. They read the whole fucking article on the reply to me, but then didn't comprehend what the fuck they were reading, and that it literally said it was race science, and that it's still used today, just like what Mofactz said. Then you got, then he was claiming all these fucking celebrities had 30% or 60% DNA. I don't know what the fuck he said. But when you look him up, and I did a debunking video on that, none of that shit was true either. He was just making shit up. Then you got them. If you guys haven't seen the YouTube video, for those who haven't seen it, I'll pull that up real quick and I'll show you. Or actually here, I'll just show you the video I posted, the first minute or so. And you can go watch the rest of the video and all the bullshit that they do in that video. But here's what the beginning of the video shows. It's loading.
They're not about to sit here and spread rhetoric and bullshit on for free. Right? They capitalizing off of it. We gonna capitalize off of it. You will be a fool not to, right?
So in here I say, Mofactz admitting they are trying to capitalize off of certain anti-black natives. This live was recorded last year around the same time Toxic TikTok Trends started posting on YouTube. Is it just a coincidence, or is Mofactz that narcissistic that he told on himself and the syndicate? Also notice who is in the comment section but never posted this live. When you go and look at the video on YouTube, you'll see Toxic TikTok Trends in the comment section going back and forth with native mamas.
Some shit that exists, but it really doesn't. Like they're trying to make it seem like we're lying about racism still existing, right? And hiding it is how these people have made the world think it was over. That's what I'm saying. So we need to show that these people actually still exist.
Who's these people, and why are you assuming Native Americans don't think racism doesn't exist? Do you think we don't experience racism? They act like we don't fucking experience racism.
After they put up their monkeys and drop them bombs on your head and everything, and we got them to turn the camera on and we got the clip, cool, get them the fuck out of there. But we need to expose each and every one of them.
Now that's just a snippet of a 40.
So, I mean, coincidence? I've also got more. I got, let me see if I can pull up the one particular. I want to show y'all this before my, because for some reason, hold on. I think, hold on. For some reason, my charger's not working. And it may have, I think it's the outlet out here. I'm going to pull up this one thing. Let's see. I believe, hold on. There's something very specific I want you guys to fucking see. Hold on. I want you guys to hear it, and I'll be posting this on YouTube as well. It's not posted yet, but I will. Yeah, here it is. Hold on, it's loading up. Because my iPad is at 14% and it's not charging. Oops. No, go back. Okay.
He's never done it. Bro, hold on. You never. Funky? It's not that many niggas. Can you replay one time? Can you replay one time where he did it? Can you replay it one time that he did that? No diddy, nigga. No diddy. Can you replay one time where he did that? Keep the tapes, man. We ain't on no freaky shit. We delete. No, you record everything. I thought y'all record everything. Like, show me one recording where he won a debate against me, or you won a debate against me, and any subject. He cooked you every time, bro. Okay. Every time. You forgot what I did with you with the prom. Okay. You forgot? See, outside of TikTok, I would like to see what other people would think on YouTube. I would like to hear other like other people's opinions on YouTube, like what they think. I would like for them to be like, yo. Like YouTube, like you can have your little cheerleaders on here and shit. I'm talking about in the real world. I'm not talking about like in an isolated, you know what I'm saying, fan group, fan club, cheerleader squad. I'm talking about like where it's open to the mass public. You must get their opinions where they be like, yo, these guys are dumb. They would really be like, these guys are hella dumb. That's what I think they will say. These guys are idiots. If I wasn't the Syndicate, you would see how many niggas don't really like me. A lot of people say, "What? Fuck with me? Are you crazy?" Say it again. I'll be fucking shit up for people. If I was the Syndicate, a lot of people would not fuck with me. It's respect. I would embrace that. A lot of people respect me because of the people I'm around. That's a fact. Because I'll be rude, disrespectful. I don't like keeping the peace. I'll be, accusing niggas of shit. Even though I be right a lot, at the times where I be, calling people out and saying shit, there's no evidence for it. So it don't matter that I luck up and get it right in the future, because they decide to fuck up. But I do be, causing some problems here and there on purpose. So don't be fooled, nigga. I don't have cheerleaders like that. Yeah, you like.
Y'all hear that? He be making shit up on people with no evidence about it, and then sometimes luck out because he's right sometimes. And then he causes problems on purpose. Is that not a fucking agent of chaos? Is that not an agent of fucking chaos? And this was just a few days ago that he said this shit. But we're the fucking problem? Native Americans are the fucking problem, which they generalize us all the time. Then they're speaking on our history. They're speaking on science that none of them have degrees in. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't understand what they're talking about. They're pushing misinformation because they do not have any fucking background in this shit. They want to keep telling us who we are. They want to disrespect our creation stories, have no idea what our creation stories mean. They take it literal. Then they turn around and they do a false equivalency saying, well, the Pretendians have their creation stories. What makes us, why do we have to believe yours over them? Our creation stories are rooted in our cultures for thousands of years that have been passed down through cultures, through groups of people, not through random fucking people on the internet who got identity issues and want to just make shit up that hasn't been rooted for thousands of years. There's no evidence behind their shit. There's no culture behind it. And they want to make those comparisons as the same and then try to then turn around and make it a race issue and say, see, you guys just don't like black people. While they condone and deflect away and push under the rug the anti-native rhetoric that they not only push, but that the Pretendians push. And the racist rhetoric and the racist things that they call us. The Pretendians do not have creation stories. That's apparently you don't know what a creation story is. They do not have creation stories. And if they do have a creation story, they made it up and they just made it up now. It's not something rooted in generations of being passed down through cultures. They do not have creation stories to hear and their origins to hear. We do. They don't. They're making their own shit up. Don't conflate it. Their creation stories they don't even have actual creation stories. Their creation stories are, my grandmama said, we're native. We're American Indian. That's not a creation story. Please learn what an actual creation story is before you go spread misinformation, whoever the hell you are. So I just wanted to show that and show that Mofactz is purposefully causing fucking problems, but then he goes and puts in his videos that he wants to squash the shit, which he was being totally sarcastic on, then wants to say that he trapped me and he got me where he wants me. Bro, I do this shit for a living. I deal with manipulative people all the time, people with personality disorders and narcissistic disorders who are highly fucking manipulative. I see your shit coming a mile away. And when you sit there and in the middle of the night bragging to a Pretendian on what you do, that's narcissism. Just saying. So, you guys heard that with your own ears. You heard what he said. You heard that Mofactz out of his own mouth says he causes problems on purpose, makes shit up on people with no evidence, and sometimes he gets lucky. He's an agent of chaos, and who knows what else. He's causing division on purpose. So, not only that, he's very fucking xenophobic and very anti-native. Always with the receipts. I always come with that. And toxic TikTok trends ain't gonna post that now, are they? Islam, some of them believe that they're Hebrew Israelites. So, don't conflate all of these groups. They all have different beliefs, and their beliefs aren't creation stories. So, yeah, Singing Bear, I'll send you the YouTube link so you can see the first live that I got, the beginning of their anti-native journey, of the Syndicate's anti-native journey with disrespecting natives, using other natives to be disrespectful to natives. And then you just missed the part. Here, I'll play it for you. Singing Bear, don't go nowhere. Let me play you this part. I want you to hear this, bro. Hold on. Let me go back to it. Hold on. This was recorded a couple of days ago. It's loading. My Wi-Fi is getting slow right now. Hold on. I'm outside, so it's cooling. It's getting cold, so my iPad isn't working as fast as it needs to. Plus, it's at like 12%. Come on, play. Hold on. Here, let me just go back out and then come back in. Yeah, I moved back to Colorado. I like being home. Hold on. Because I'm back to my mountains. I can go hiking and shit. I've already been hiking once. Probably go again sometime this week as well. I'm going to try go hiking once a week. Hold on. What's BHI? If it doesn't play, if it don't want to load, then what I'll do is I'll just send it to your DMs on Instagram. I'll send you the recording. Yeah, we could go hiking. Oh, she used to be a Hebrew Israelite. They all used to be pseudo. Port City used to push the hold on, before I play this. Port City used to push that Africans were here before 1492. He used to push the we came before Columbus shit. I posted that on my page. And he was so confident in his research then. In the video that I posted to YouTube today, someone at the very end of the video, someone comes into the video and says, I seen you're Afrocentric. And then Sutin said, oh yeah, I forgot to take that off my profile. So he used to believe in this shit too. Mo used to believe in this shit too. Pata used to believe in this shit too, that Africans were here before Columbus. I don't think Rob ever pushed that shit that I know of. I've never seen him, nor I've never heard of him pushing that shit. And he came into this much later in the game. And who else? And I guess now Hoodoo, she was used to be a freaking Israelite. Yeah, so all of these people used to fucking push pseudo shit beforehand. And now they're coming around trying to tell us we're fucking pretendians. Not to mention that all the information that they got to debunk the pretendians came from us. It came from me. It came from Singing Bear. It came from Anna Apache. It came from Indigenous Century. It came from the natives, Fry Bread when he was on the app. It came from the natives who had been debunking for a long time already. And Singing Bear and Anna Apache and Fry Bread had been debunking way before me. And so, like, Sutin asked me one time when I posted a video on the Columbus Journals, he was like, hey, where did you get that source at? So I sent him the link to the source. Everything that they didn't do the research because they used to push this pseudo shit. We did the research and they took our research and then they started using it to push back. So, hold on. Here's the video.
Bro, hold on. You never. It's not that many niggas.
Can you replay one time? Can you replay one time where he did it? Can you replay it one time that he did that?
No Diddy, nigga, no Diddy.
Can you replay one time where he did that?
Keep the tapes, man.
And can I just say, every time they say no Diddy or pause, that's very homophobic and very revealing of their insecurities as heterosexual men. because they assume people are thinking that they're saying something that's quote unquote gay, and it's not. So I just want to put that out there. It's very homophobic. Okay.
No freaky shit. We delete.
No, you record everything. I thought y'all record everything. Like, show me one recording where he won a debate against me, or you won a debate against me, in any subject.
He cooked you every time, bro.
Okay.
Every time. You forgot what I did with you with the prom.
Okay.
You forgot?
See, outside of TikTok, I would like to see what other people would think on YouTube. I would like to hear like
your
other
shit ain't
people's
so bad
opinions
that
on
you
YouTube,
forgot.
like what they think. I would like for them to be like, yo. Like YouTube, like you can have your little cheerleaders on here and shit. I'm talking about in the real world. I'm not talking about like in an isolated, you know what I'm saying, fan group, fan club, cheerleader squad. I'm talking about like where it's open to the mass public.
You must
and get their opinions where they be like, yo, these guys are dumb. They'll really be like, these guys are hella dumb. That's what I think they will say. These guys are idiots.
If I wasn't the Syndicate, you would see how many niggas don't really like me. A lot of people don't fuck with me. You crazy?
Say it again.
I'll be fucking shit up for people. If I wasn't the Syndicate, a lot of people would not fuck with me. It's respect.
I would embrace that.
A lot of people respect because of the people I'm around. That's a fact. Because I be rude, disrespectful. I don't like keeping the peace. I be, accusing niggas of shit. Even though I be right a lot, at the times where I be, calling people out and saying shit, there's no evidence for it. So it don't matter that I luck up and get it right in the future, because they decide to fuck up. But I do be, causing some problems here and there on purpose. So don't be fooled, nigga. I don't have cheerleaders like that.
Yeah, you like what's his name?
There you go. My shit's at 5%. So, yup. Narcissists or people with narcissistic tendencies love to fucking talk. They love to talk. And they love to talk when they think nobody's watching, and they out themselves every fucking time. So the Syndicate, and I don't know if they're watching, the Syndicate themselves, y'all being manipulated by your boy. Your boy's helping push this division and causing these fucking problems. And other videos that I will be posting, you hear Mofactz saying this shit and saying things that are very manipulative and in ways to make it seem like we're playing Oppression Olympics, to make it seem like that they're the only ones that are experiencing racism and that everything is because they're black. Every time we go after the pretendians is because they're black, that we don't go after white pretendians, which we do all the goddamn time. In the video that that I posted on YouTube today, he says that most Native Americans are white. Like, yeah, there is a lot. There's a lot. So, I'll download this live and I'll post certain aspects of it if you guys want to see it. But basically, everything that I just went through the videos that they've posted on me and showed where they're misconstruing what I've said and showed the full context of the videos and how they're manipulating my words and misconstruing shit to fit whatever narrative that they're trying to push. And they're only doing this to try to, one, invalidate me as Native, but two, to try to invalidate me when it comes to the information that I put out and try to gaslight me and try to make it seem like I'm the one that's crazy and being pseudo when it's actually them. So they're trying to discredit me because they're the ones who are actually pushing pseudo shit. So I have the video where they go after one of their own Pan-African brothers, Aiden, who's Jamaican, and he saw what they were doing to me in a live where they were ganging up on me in a live, and then they literally one of the women went to his DMs and started cussing him out, calling me Chinese. And then they went on a live and attacked him on that live. And were mad at him because he said, and I'll post that video too. He said, they're like, they're still your people, bro. And he's like, they ain't my people. They push erasure. They revise history. They don't like being African. Those are not my people. My people are the ones who actually have solidarity with brown people. My people are the ones that don't push erasure. So they're mad at him because he's saying that the Pretendians aren't his people. It's cult-like shit. It's real cult-like shit. So, but they want to say that I have a cult because you'll see it in the videos where, and there's a whole, I have videos of them already posted, but I'm going to be posting more. You'll see where they say my cult, BGP's cult. I don't have a cult. I don't care who fucking follows me, who doesn't follow me. I'm not trying to convince natives to be my friends or have acceptance. If people accept me, they accept me. If they don't, they don't. I don't really give a fuck. But the vast majority of natives on this app do accept me, and the vast majority of the natives do back me. Their simp natives don't. And and I'm not debunking them or debunking anybody for favor within the Native American community. They made the claim last night that I don't do nothing for my community. Mofactz said he looked up the organizations in my region and didn't see my name in none of them. I never claimed to be part of any organization. That's number one. Number two, even if I was part of those organizations, if I'm not part of the board or the main groups of people that run the organizations, you wouldn't see my name anyway. Number three, what did you look up? New Mexico or Colorado or what? Number four, I don't talk about what I do off this app and what I do boots on the ground. Because if I did, y'all would know that, and I'll say it now since they want to bring the shit up. Every other Thursday, I do food bank. I'm out there doing food bank, and the people I serve mostly are Venezuelans. They're part of my people. They're indigenous people. That's what I do for my community. Not to mention, as a nurse, I literally fight medical racism every day that I work. That's what I do for my community. And when I get a chance to, I'm out there protesting if I'm near a protest to go protest that. You don't know what the fuck I do offline because I don't brag on that shit. I don't talk about that shit because it's not necessary to talk about it. The only time it's necessary to talk about it if I'm bringing awareness to. And on my platform, this is my fourth account. On my last account and the two accounts before that, I always talked about MMIW. I always talked about ICWA. I held space on my lives, especially when I had 60,000 followers. I had space on my lives for people to come in and talk about ICWA, give out information, bring awareness to it. I talk about MMIW all the time. Every live I've had since pretty much last year has been about the border for the most part, because I bring awareness to the border and the issues to the border because my people are affected by the border. This is my first live that I haven't done on the border in months. Don't question what the fuck I do for my community, because all you're doing is coming on here and fucking causing division and chaos and making accusations about people, and then coincidentally have the same fucking rhetoric that the Toxic TikTok Trends account on YouTube pushes. And I got more shit to show how they fucking coincide with each other, but act like now they want to start posting videos of Pretendians. They ain't been posting videos of Pretendians in a year. Now they want to start posting videos of Pretendians. They never posted videos of the Syndicate until I started saying that it was a Syndicate running that page. And now they want to start posting videos of the Syndicate, but only when the Syndicate is shown in a good light, not their anti-native shit. Coincidence? I don't know. Y'all can judge that on your own when you start seeing all the videos I start posting to my YouTube page, because unlike them, I don't have to hide behind fucking accounts and not show my goddamn face. I'll say everything with my whole fucking chest out. And my page says BGP on YouTube. They think they're gonna try to take me down or discredit me or invalidate me. I don't really give a fuck what they think about me. But what they're doing is that when they disrespect me, they're disrespecting Mexicans. They're disrespecting the Latin American diaspora as a whole because they don't understand our fucking colonization. And it's not the same as what happened in the United States. It's not worse. It's not better. But it's very much different. They're speaking on history they don't know shit about. There's nuance to our history. It's complicated history. But they think that they can come and speak on our shit and then have the nerve to tell me not to speak on the transatlantic slave trade when Native people were involved in the transatlantic slave trade. I don't speak on African culture. I don't speak on African people. I don't speak on any of that. I don't talk about their history. I don't talk about Egyptian history. I don't talk about Western African history. I don't talk about any of that. That's not my lane. That's not where I reside in. That's not for me to speak on because that's not my people's. But they have the audacity and the arrogance to think that they can speak on ours. They have the audacity and the arrogance to think that they can tell us who we are, that our creation stories is mythology and bullshit when they're literally taking our creation stories as literal, when the vast majority of our creation stories coincide with science. We're not saying it's exactly science, but what we are saying is that they do what's the word? Metaphorically speak on evolution. But if you're not from our cultures, you wouldn't fucking understand that. And you're pushing Eurocentric points of view onto our people. You're pushing white supremacy rhetoric onto our people. Also what? You could win a fucking argument, which none of you guys are fucking scholars in, which none of you guys have degrees in. Oh, and then they call themselves a fucking think tank. I don't think they know what a think tank is because they ain't got shit to do with what they're doing. They're a goddamn study group who aren't even on the same page half the time. And they're causing division between two communities that don't need to have division. We already got the government and everybody else pushing division between our communities, and then they're adding to it. So that's where I lie. They can record all of this and post it to their fucking TikTok channel, on YouTube, whatever. I don't give a fuck. Y'all know I don't. I always expect to be recorded. But don't ever fucking misconstrue what I say, and don't ever take my shit out of context, because I will come with the fucking receipts and show exactly what the fuck I said. Their research, they didn't do on their own. They got from us. They late to the game when it comes to debunking the pseudo shit. Native Americans not only have been debunking this from the black pretendians, but from white pretendians, because all of this shit started with white people. White people were the original ones that were saying they were the original people here. White people were the ones saying that they were the real Native Americans. White people are the ones who started all that more shit. That sovereign citizenship, that came from white people first. So this is shit that we have been debunking since way before the black pretendians came into the goddamn picture. I'm just saying. You want somebody to be mad at why some of your people are having these identity crises? Go blame the Europeans for that shit. Go blame colonization for that shit. Don't attack Native Americans for that. For us protecting and defending our cultures and our histories, because we've already had enough erasure as it is. Our history has been suppressed enough as it is. So if you're going to come at me because I'm helping write us back into this fucking story by showing the history that's been fucking lost and not put out there to the general public, then you can be mad at me all you fucking want. But I'm not going to stop telling the history of my fucking people that is never told, that is never centered. And these are our fucking lands. So if you're going to tell me I can't center my people in our own fucking lands about our own history, you can get a big old fuck you with that. Because I'm going to center my people, because these are our lands. And we've been here for thousands of fucking years. No matter how much you want to say we're from Asia, from 30,000 years ago, or whatever you want to say it, we have still been here, and we are still here. So get off your fucking high horses. Stop with the arrogance and stop trying to tell us you can fucking who we are. Stop talking on our people. Stop talking on our history. Deal with the African erasure. Go speak on that. But leave the native shit out of it. We'll handle that as natives. Whether you want to believe I'm native or not, I really don't give a fuck, because you're not native and you're not from my people and you're not from my culture. And the audacity to think you can tell me who the fuck I am. It's crazy. It's insane. It's cognitive dissonance. It's narcissism. So that's where I will leave it for tonight. This is the last live I will be doing on them. This was the first live I've ever done on them specifically. But let's see how many more lives and how many more times they run their mouth and talk shit about me. Because I got several of those lives recorded. They obsessed. And it's unhealthy. And it's weird. And it's stalkerish at this point. I live so goddamn rent-free in they fucking head, I need to start charging them rent as much fucking rent-free I live in their head. I need to start charging them. Because shit, I'm on their mind fucking every day. They making whole goddamn productions on me. So I will go ahead and now say good night. Yep, it is. I agree with you, Truth Hurts. I agree with you. I'm gonna say good night tonight for the night. I don't care if y'all subscribe, because I really don't care. I'm not looking for money or none of that. They are, but I'm not. But y'all can go watch the videos. The YouTube page is BGPX.